Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to get into the new Bloom collection. This is from Dedesignature and it's a collab with Makeup on Your Radar, Miss Jaime. There's 4 palettes within the collection, so I'm going to do swatches, create some looks, give you all the details, pricing, info, launch date, all that good stuff. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bri and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I love to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot on indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. So first of all, I just want to say I'm very thankful that Jaime from Makeup on Your Radar reached out and offered to send me her new collection. I was like, yes, I would love to try it out and feature it. She is such a kind, sweet person. She does indie beauty news, but she is just so supportive to everyone in the indie beauty makeup community, to the brands, to the content creators. She's just a sweet, kind person, and I've talked to her a lot on Instagram, and it's always just been a pleasure to talk with her. So I'm so happy to see her doing a collab with a indie brand. Now, I'm not fully familiar with Dedesignature. Know that they're indie brand. I've heard very good things about them, but this will be my first time trying out their formula. So I'm very excited to see what they're all about. So this will go on pre-sale on, I think, August 16th at 11 a.m. CST, and then the official launch date is August 20th at 11 a.m. CST. Now, if you want this entire PR box with the 4 palettes in it, it goes for $76.99, which is at a discounted price. And then you can also buy each palette individually. So 3 of the palettes, the Eloquence, the Elegance, and the Extravagance palettes are, I believe, $18.99 each. And then the Effervescence one is $25.99. And this one is just full of iridescent multichromes. The rest have mattes and 1 shimmer. So that's why this one's a little pricier, because multichromes are expensive to formulate. But let's go into each palette and show you swatches and everything. So we'll start off with the Eloquence palette. This one is really beautiful. It's more cool tone but colorful. We got some turquoise, purple, magenta, a nice black matte, and then it also comes with this beautiful metallic in here that looks like it's probably a multichrome, duochrome, like a pink to blue, purple shifting shade. It looks very foiled and pretty. I love these compact palettes. You can just take them on the road with you. They have these different color stories. You can just go with the one you like or get them all. And then we'll get into the Elegance palette. Oh, this one is so pretty. It's full of blues and greens, and then it has this intense multichrome in here. It's like a bronze to green. There's just a lot going on with it. Maybe there's pink. I don't know. It's just really stunning, foiled, and intense. But she loves color, Jaime, and intense multichromes like this. So I get why her palettes are set up like this. But this is really pretty if you like blues and greens. And then we'll get into the Effervescence one. This is the one that is $25.99 because it is full of these intense iridescent multichromes. They're really beautiful. They all have different shifts, green and pink and blue and yellow, and just so much going on. These are going to be perfect for inner corner highlights, brightening the lid up, the inner part, or using them on your face. I'll probably use them as highlighters today, but this one is so pretty. You can pair really nicely with all the other palettes. And then the last one is Extravaganza, which is the $18.99 price point. And this one has greens, it has blue and red in it. It's really pretty. This one actually has 2 shimmers. I thought all of the ones with mattes only had 1 shimmer, but this one actually has 2. The other ones with mattes have 1, but we got this kind of magenta. I think there's pink or something going on in it. It's really pretty and foiled. Then we have this beautiful limey green, but I think this one might have blue or pink to it, a shift. And then you got that green, blue, and red matte to pair with it. Love this. And that was all the palettes that are within the collection, and I am excited to get into all of them. Now I think I'm going to do 2 looks. I'm just going to use the palettes together. I'll probably use the Effervescence one as the inner corner for all of the looks, and use some of the shades on my cheeks so I can test them out. I think that's the best way. I don't have enough time to do individual looks with each palette. But that's how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna jump into the first look now. The first thing I'm gonna do to start off this look is we're gonna get into the Eloquence palette. I'm actually going to use this shade right here as a blush. I love a good purple lavendery blush. I'm gonna go lightly though, because I mean, it's a eyeshadow. It's meant to be more pigmented than a blush. I'm gonna tap some on my hand and then we'll see if I can use that. I do have a little bit of blush on, but I figured why not top this on there? You can use shadows in a different way. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Yeah, you just have to go lightly. The shades seem a little powdery, and dust off the excess if you want to do this, because if not, you will have very intense blushed up cheeks since you're working with eyeshadow, not a blush. So now let's get into the Effervescence palette right here and use one as a highlighter. I'm thinking maybe this one. I think this one has like blue and lavender to it from what I can remember. Yeah, I'll just try to go lightly into it. I'm going to take this brush right here and I'm just going to go right into it and then put that right there. Oh, yes. Look at that. If you like interesting little sparkly iridescent highlighters, you'll probably like this. I probably put too much on, but obviously I'm committing to a more cool toned vibe for this look. Now let's get into the eyeshadow look. I did prime my eyes with the Glamlight Icing Eyeshadow Base in Buttercream. And we're going to start off with the Eloquence palette. This one right here. Let me get a brush. And I want to start off with, I think, the purple one right here. By the way, none of the shadows have like actual shade names, which it would have been kind of cute if they had shade names. But I'm just going to use that through the crease first. I'm using a Refer brush. This is the number 13. The shadows definitely have a lot of kickback, so dust off the excess. But I mean, look at the pigmentation. It's going on really nicely. I want to get into the magenta shade now. I decided to use the purple first because I feel like that one was just a little bit lighter than the purple. So I'm going to use this a little lower. Yeah, I feel like that has just a little bit more depth to it. And I'm going to run that through the crease as well. So that magenta shade layer over the purple really nicely. So no issues there. That's a very good sign. Looks so good. Like they just fuse together really well. I want to get some blue in the mix now and go into this blue right here. We'll see how that works on the outer corner. I have to bring in a deeper blue. I will. Oh no, that looks really good. Okay, yes. I'm just gonna keep that on the outer corner. I wanna now do my lower lash line and take this shade right here in the Eloquence palette and use that on the lower lash line. And just pop that there. I did put primer on my lower lash line. So I think I do wanna go a little deeper and go into the Elegance palette and use a little bit of this blue on the outer edge and a little bit on the lower lash line. I just can't help it. I just want to take it a little deeper, just a little bit. I'm not going to take it too far. I'm just going to kind of keep it at like a little diagonal here and focused on the outer corner. And for the last matte that I want to use for this look is the limey green shade within the Elegance palette. Favorite kind of shade. I love using these kind of mattes. And I'm going to pop that in the inner portion because why not have a little pop of green right there, right? So let me just like really pack that there. So now we can get into the shimmers and go into this like magenta reddish shade. I'm going to use my finger. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. And I'm just going to put that here on the edge of like the deeper blue. And I'm going to just put it on as precisely as possible. I just feel like metallics like this work so well when you use your finger. Oh, look at that. Look at the sparkle. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And we're going to now get into the little blue shade right here in the Eloquence palette and use that in the further portion here. Still using my finger. Oh, I picked up a lot on my finger. It's a little flaky. But we're gonna keep on keeping on. I do want to take a little bit of that blue on the lower part too, and just mesh it with the matte that's down there. But you know what? I should actually wet my brush since I don't want to have too much shimmer fall out. I'm already having some since I used my finger, but you can also use these shades with like a damp brush too, just to get them to glide on, or use like a glitter glue too. Now let's get into an inner corner highlight. I'm gonna go into this shade, the first shade in the palette of the Effervescence, and I'm gonna just take this little brush. Maybe I should wet it too, just to reduce some of the shimmer fallout. And I'm gonna dab that right here in the inner corner. Ooh, that has a really strong green shift to it. I thought it was gonna come off more pink. Ooh, that's why I love iridescence. They just always surprise you with their shifts. And that is it, I think, for the shadows that I'm gonna use for this look. I think it's giving like a little bit of that peacock vibe. That's like the outer like decor and all these things, and like the kind of theming with this collection. I love it. I love the color combo. So I think I'm gonna just do some liner, mascara, figure out something for my waterline, figure out a lippie, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed first look. All right, loves, here it is. What do you think of this look? Is it not stunning? It is so beautiful. It's capturing like the whole peacock essence that's like on the packaging, right? With like the teal, the purple, the green, the blue. It's just so pretty. And I want it to be a little extra, so I did go ahead and put on this like liner arch here. This is from Uneathly Cosmetics, from their Avatar collection, from their Katara dual, I believe. It's a purple metallic, well, blue to purple metallic. And it shifts and it matches the eye look perfectly. It makes the blue down here like pop even more. And then I put two little gems in the inner portion. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're like iridescent shifty ones. And then for the waterline, I have the LA Girl Shockwave liner in electric. It matches some blue down here perfectly. I use the LA Girl liner to create a wing. I use the Milani Highly Rated, the Blend Bunny Omni Lash mascaras. And I think that's it. Oh no, my lips. I have the Unearthly Cosmetics Satin Liquid Lipstick in Smooch, and the Unearthly Cosmetics Lip Gloss in Spaz. It's a purple sparkly one. They're both from, I think, mystery boxes, but I put this on top over the pink just to add like some juiciness, some little purple sparkle to go with the eye look. And it matches really well. And that's basically it. I mean, this look is doing things for me. I definitely need to film another video with this look on because I really love it, and how everything is on the eyes. Everything just blended so well and just fused together so nicely. So I'm now ready to take you guys into the second look. So it's the next day. I'm going to try to use the blush. It's a little dark, so I'm going to try to make it work the best as possible, because I'm just feeling it. So I'm gonna dab into that. I'm gonna put it in my hand because we're trying to avoid clown cheeks. I don't have any blush on this time. See? Oh, there we go. I'm trying to just have more of a flush effect. And now let's get into the Effervescence palette and use the middle shade, which I think will work for like a green look. I think it has like a green goldy shift. Use this brush. Just put it on there. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm like extra glowy. I might have put too much on. Let me tone that down. There is the glow. That is really pretty. I love that. See, you can use palettes in more than one way. So, a green we shall go. I think I want to start off with this shade right here in the Elegance palette. This one, this beautiful green. And I'm gonna use that through the crease. I did prime my eyes, by the way, again with the Glamlight Icing Eyeshadow Base in Buttercream. And I'm just going to start working that through the crease. I'm gonna leave some space in the front. And that's gonna be the initial transition shade. Now we should get into something a little deeper and go into Extravagance. This one right here. Have I been saying Extravaganza this whole time? I don't know. Don't mind me. But we're gonna get into this shade right here and just get a little deeper. And I'm gonna keep it lower than the first green shade. But look at the pigmentation on both of these shades. Everything is layering on each other really nicely. I want to get a little deeper and smokier, so I'm going to go into the Eloquence palette and use that on the outer corner. Only in the outer corner, right? Or do I want to go full deep? You know what? We're going to go full on smoky. I'm going to bring it through the crease too. Put it all on the lid. So I'm going to go and do like the same thing on the lower lash line, starting off with the Extravagance palette and going with that green down here. And I'll probably put some deeper stuff on the outer corner. I'm just going to pretty much match the lower lash line to the top part. I think I do want to bring in a little bit of this shade from the Elegance palette. Just a little bit. We might as well. I'm going to use that on the edge of everything and blend things out. It's going to definitely add like warmth to the look because it is a more warmer green, but I don't mind that. Now we need to get into the shimmers. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the inner portion yet, but we have to go into this Beauty in the Elegance palette. This intense, shifty multichrome. Oh my god, look at that. I'm going to use that with my finger because that's just what I'm feeling right now. And I'm just tapping it on and then kind of spreading it. Oh, that is so pretty. It's like bronzy, but there's a lot going on with this. There's so much going on with the shade. And you know we have to go into Extravagance, this limey shade. And I'm using my finger again, and we're going to use that in the inner portion. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. So stunning. And I'm just kind of meshing it into that other metallic. Part of me is compelled to use a little bit of the shade in the inner portion that's in the Eloquence palette. I don't know. I feel like it needs to have a moment because I only used it on the lower lash line in the first look. So I figured I'm going to just stick it right there. Now let's get into an inner corner highlight shade. I'm going to go into the Effervescence and I'm going to use the one at the end, the last shade here. So I'm going to pick it up on this little brush from ItsBel and I'm going to wet it. It is on the, you know, more creamy flaky side, but hopefully I can get it to glide on. This one is more of a blue shifty one and I figured it'd go with like a little turquoise moment I decided to put in the front. And I'm going to bring it down here too. So I'm going to go off camera now and work on maybe the blend, all that, do liner, lashes, or mascara, whatever, and something in the waterline. And I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. So here is the second look. What do you guys think of this? I love the green, so I'm biased when it comes to green look. I'm probably always gonna love it, but I'm really liking that teal turquoise shade that I put in the inner portion. It really stands out, especially with the iridescent shimmer over it. I'm just such a fan. And then I wanted some extra sparkle, of course. So I went in with the Ensley Rain Chameleon Glitter Flakes. It's a sample. I got it as a gift with purchase, but it's like a gold, green, olivey, shifty little flakes, and I put them right in the center, the spotlight effect. I really love that I did that because it just makes it extra sparkly and reflective. And then for the rest of the look, I used the same two mascaras from the first look. And I used the Uneathly Cosmetics liner from the Avatar collection. This was part of the Top Duel. And for my waterline, I went in with the LA Girl electric liner, neon eyeliner in Fresh. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's a teal lighter shade that matches with the inner portion. And then for the lips, I went in with the ItsBel Cosmetics lipstick in Impulso. It's a warmer brown, and I used the matching lip liner, and that is it for the eye look. Like, that's all the products that I used off camera. And I'm very happy with this one. I'm very happy with the first look. I love how different they are, but they're both stunning in my opinion. So that was everything for the second look. I think I got a good idea of how I feel about the palettes and the formula. So I'm ready to just dive into it. I'm gonna like back up a little bit so we can get zoomed out. Okay, there we go. Now I think these are all amazing. I love that Jaime went with these mini palettes. They're like curated little color stories, travel friendly, and then it allows you to pick whichever color story you like the most. You know, get 1, 2, or all of them. Now I knew I was going to feature these palettes, whether I got them sent to me or picked them up, because I was totally planning to purchase it. So I feel very special and blessed that Jaime and Dedesignature sent this over to me. I'm very appreciative of that because I love these. And this was my first time trying Dedesignature, and so far I'm impressed by the formula. The mattes are pigmented. They're blendable. I had no issues with any of the mattes. And I was a little worried at first about the blues because they swatched, I feel, a little bit on the sheer side, but they're not sheer on the lids at all. So you definitely have to try the shadows out first. Swatches don't tell you everything about the formula in a shadow. But look at these color stories, and these metallics in them are so shifty and intense and foil. They're a little bit on the flaky side. You might get like some sparkle fallout. You might want to do your eye makeup first, or go in with like a glitter primer, or like use a wet brush. I don't mind having sparkles on my cheeks. I don't care at all. I love me some extra sparkle, so just know that though going in. You might have some shimmer fallout, but they're worth it because they're so pretty. Like, look at these shades. I love these color stories. I like them all. I had no issues with anything. Mattes are phenomenal. The metallics are beautiful and shifty, and they're all good. And I love that they did an all iridescent shifty palette that you can pair with the other palettes, use as inner corner highlights, or use as highlighters on the cheeks. If you like iridescent shifty sparkly highlighters, you could totally use these on the cheeks. I love how they came out and they have all different shifts. I think to me this is my favorite one out of the collection. I feel like I'm going to use this one the most because I can use it as a highlighter palette. I can use it with other palettes, inner corner highlights, and I feel like this is going to add a lot to people's collection, especially if you've been wanting these kind of iridescent shifty shimmers or a highlighter palette like this. You have it all in this little palette right here, and it's affordable in terms of like other indie brands, which some of these kind of shades like from Fiona can cost like $15 to $20 each, and you get all of these for $25.99. I think that's a steal for what you get. The formula is stunning. So there are some different formulas in here. Just want to let you know, like these three are more on like the powder side, and then these ones right here are more on the cream side. They almost feel like putties. They kind of remind me of some of the shades you find in ItsBel Cosmetics palettes, but they're really beautiful. They go on nicely. So that was my thoughts on the formula, on the collection, the 2 looks that I was able to create. Hopefully this video was helpful in letting you know whether these are worth it or not, or something that you want to pick up. I would love to hear from all of y'all in the comments below if you plan to pick this up. Have you tried Dedesignature? What are your thoughts and things? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot on indie makeup and all that good stuff, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the collection link, the launch date, the pricing info, and I will put her code there. It's Radar10. I believe you can use affiliate codes on this one, so you can use hers and I get some money off on this collection if you want to do that. And I will have her Instagram info, so you can go check her out if you haven't already. I will also link makeup that I'm wearing, like what's on my face and all that, in case you're curious. I will also have other videos of mine you might be interested in watching, and my contact info. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, supporting my channel. I think you guys are all so amazing, and I just hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just sending you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.